we set up all the dependencies, and I uploaded the pictures, the icon here in public folder, and I created assets folder in src where I put the pictures for background, for custom image right here, loading GIF, and logo for this logo here. Now we can set up our App.js file. So to set up our App.js file, we first of all import React and component from React. So if you never used a React before, get used to the fact that you will be always importing and exporting in every file some components, variables, and files. And you initiate every file with import React to import the functionality of your React application. So when we were setting up the dependencies automatically, we downloaded this version of React for our application, and now every time we will import the functionality from this file React. See here, from this file React. To see what we are importing here, you can press Command and the name of the element, and you will see the piece of the code which corresponds to this information. So we didn't write this code manually, it was uploaded automatically when we typed create React app, when we installed React for our application and all the dependencies. And the same about component. If you press Command and component, you see this code, which we didn't write manually, and in this code you can see all the properties that component in React has. Then we will type class because it's a stateful component. Our App.js is kind of core component for our application, and it is stateful component. So there are two types of components in React, stateful and stateless, and the easy way to distinguish between them is to check if we have state inside the component. So if we declare state, it's stateful, and we will declare a state for this component because we will change the state also. So we type class for stateful component, then the name of the component, which is app here, and then extends component, which means that this thing will inherit all the properties of the component from React. And then we will call render method. What is this? Render method is a kind of required method in stateful or class component, and when it is called, it will return some elements of JSX code. So here we put all the elements we want, and the rule is that there should be only one parent element. So we put one div and inside as many elements as we want, but they all should be inside. There should be one parent element. So let's put here for now just 3 divs. And just for reference, to remember what we want to display in our application. And what we will display in our application actually is this menu component. So I can type menu just for reference. This select component. So let's put select here. And this grid image component with images. And our parent component will have some styles. So in order to pass the styles, we need to give it a class name. Class name app. And then in the end of every file, we should export the component, because here we declared the component. We imported some features from React, then we declared some component. Of course, we will edit it later, but for now, let's imagine that that's it. We declared our component here, and then third step, we export it in order for other files to be able to import it. So it should be exported here. Export default, and then the name of our component, and save it. I would like to make commit. Let's write it as set up dependencies and App.js. Because App.js file is kind of core, the most important file, and push it. Branch master has no upstream branch. Would you like to publish this branch? Of course. We made our push to GitHub repository, React doc, app tutorial. See, this is our first commit. Set up the dependencies and App.js file. That's how you do your commits for GitHub. So now we have our app.js file. Let's apply some styles as well, because, for example, if we open our terminal here and type npm start, you should have npm installed on your machine. Enter. So it asks me if I want to launch another port. Yes, I want, because I use localhost 3000 here, and it will give me localhost 3001. Now we see our application is working. We have the name of our application, Grid Finder. Let's change our name to Grid Finder Tutorial. save it. So we have our icon because the icon is here. I uploaded the icon, and you should do too. Upload any icon here, and it should be passed in index.html file. See here the reference for this icon. And then we see our future components menu, select and breed image here. Let's add some styles. So we have index.css, and let's reset the common styles for all the applications. Let's reset the default styles. For this, I will just copy and paste the styles to make it faster. And we'll explain them to you. So first of all, we import the font. To find the font you like, you just go to Google Fonts, and I prefer to choose from handwritten fonts. So I found this one that I like Ready. You can find anything that you like. You click the cross and copy this import link here, paste it in the beginning of your index.css file, and then copy and paste this font family information here for body. So that's where I got the font, which is this one beautiful font. This star means that the following styles will be applied to all the elements in our application. So it's margin 0, padding 0, and box sizing border box. What this box sizing property means, when we set it to border box, it means that any paddings or borders will be included into the width that we declare. So, for example, here we can inspect and see. Let's inspect, for example, this image. So it's image container, and we set up the width to 350 pixels, and we have it like this. But if we wouldn't have border box, just trying to find it, yeah, here. If we wouldn't have this border box, then see what changed? Now the width is 366 because we declared it as 350, but it adds the borders, these borders around the picture. So to prevent this from happening, we set border size, box size into border box. Then we give the style for all the images, whatever they will be. We don't want any borders for them predefined. Then we give the styles for ordered and unordered lists. For example, maybe in future you will add a menu and it will be unordered list of 3 items. So in order to prevent the bullets here in front of every item, we type list style type none. And to all the elements in our body, we apply this font family with this font size but we are doing mobile first. So we apply 14 pixels for mobile, and then we add MIDI queries. So for tablet, beginning from 451 pixels wide, we will apply 18 pixel font size. Then for desktop, starting from 669 pixels wide, we will apply this font size, and for extra large monitor, we will apply 26 pixels. If we inspect even hours, if we inspect the screen, you see how font size is changing depending on the width. So now it's responsive. Color black and line height 1 and 8 line height, which means from here till from the bottom of this till the bottom of this element. So these styles were applied, and now I would like to add some styles, some background. So for this, let's set up App.css styles. So again, I will copy and paste some styles here to save time and explain them to you. So we give our app actually, the class app, remember it's in App.js, is all the parent elements, so all our application is class app, parent element. So this parent element is positioned relative, which means that other elements, other components like menu, for example, or this picture will be positioned absolute, and they will be positioned depending on the parent element on the app. Width and height we set up as 100 view widths and view heights, which means that it will take entire view vertically and horizontally. And background image, we set up this image that we have in assets. Background, the size cover, so it will cover all the screen. It will be positioned from center, and it will not be repeated, just one image. So let's save these styles, and we need to make our application know about them. In order to make our application know about these styles, we need to import it here in App.js. So we import styles from the same place, so we are on the same level in src. App.js and app.css are on the same level. That's why we type just /, and then app.css. That's how we made our application know about the styles, and it read the styles and displayed them. We have this background now. Everything is displayed correctly. We have our icon, background, and the styles applied for text. Everything is good so far, and we can make our commit. All the changes are saved. We can commit it as add styles, add common styles, for all the document and background. And push it.